Welcome to Supersize Your Business No Nonsense November tip and tool number 13. Today we're talking about learning and using effective communication, and I'm recommending a little book called Crucial Conversations. It's got like 5 authors, Kenneth Jeffries and 3 other people. It came from a consulting company, but it's a great guide and tool to have in your toolbox when it comes to having those critical, crucial, really, really important conversations. Every conversation we have is not a crucial conversation, but there are conversations we have that can change the trajectory of our relationships, our businesses, and our life. And those are the ones we want to make sure that we are absolutely positively prepared for. So we've talked about communication a lot, both as part of Supersize Your Business as well as as part of this year's Let's Grow Annual Challenge. And today we actually have Bertha's story in Guide 2 of that private Facebook group page. You're welcome to join it and look at any of the write-ups and stories there. It just gives an example of how we apply the day's topic to a specific person's life and how it impacted their life. Because I think that we can learn from other people's stories. I know that I've learned probably more from other people's stories and experiences than I have learned from reading books or studying different topics, because stories stick with us, right? We remember people based on the stories that they've shared with us and the experiences that they've shared with us. So what are some of the things that I'm talking about when I'm mentioning effective communication? And it's just like anything else, we need to actually use it, not only learn it, but test it out, tweak it, try it, and use these things in our businesses and in our life to help us to grow and build and supersize the relationships, the business, the success that we want. And a lot of times that requires that we have, I think crucial conversations are usually difficult conversations. They're usually difficult for one person or the other. Let's set that down. But they're difficult because usually they're linked to something emotional, or I always think of performance appraisals in business. I think one of the most difficult conversations we ever have, both the person that's getting the feedback and the person that's giving the feedback and receiving the feedback, it's challenging because we're passing judgment and we're sharing information. And that's part of why I always did 360-degree, and I still recommend and do 360-degree feedback. And what that is it gets input from a lot of different people that the person interacts with, and then I compile and share those things with the person. So they're not just getting what I think of them, they're getting information from their peers, from people that they interact with, from customers, whatever's appropriate. They get to actually pick who they want to get feedback from. I found those to be so much more powerful than if I'm just having a conversation and saying, well, this is what I see. And then you give them. Anyway, Crucial Conversations, great book for leadership, teamwork, building relationships, and a great guide. And it's one of those things you can read once, and maybe once in a while you go back and refer to it, but it's a quick and easy read. They're consultants in the area of communication and conversations. So I think they've done a great job with that little book. They talk about active listening, empathy, staying calm and present, assertiveness and clarity, being assertive and clear in your communication, but also actively listening and understanding where the other person is coming from, as well as finding common ground and building consensus, right? Some things, especially in our businesses, we got to come together on. We might disagree on how we're going to get there, but we all need to have the same desired outcome in mind when it comes to running and growing and supersizing our businesses. And that comes from being clear on what it is that we're creating, why we're creating it, how we're going to create it, and making sure that we're communicating that on a regular basis in an effective manner. So love to hear one of your experiences of a crucial conversation that you had and how it went. How did it go? I can tell you right now, I have had a lot of really bad crucial conversations. And usually it was because there was a lot of emotion involved on my part. A lot of hurt feelings, a lot of emotions, a lot of past garbage that I brought into the conversation, because by the time we got to the crucial conversation, so much had built up. It kind of exploded. I'm not going to disclose those particular conversations because I've learned a lot from them, but I did learn that I needed to find some tools to help me to be better prepared for when they came up, because they're going to continue to come up throughout our life, throughout our business, throughout our are growing and scaling our business, we're going to hit little roadblocks and stumbling blocks, and we need to be able to communicate effectively what's going on, what we want to do about it, or that we need help to deal with it. Because a lot of times we can't do everything on our own. Oh, terrible confession, right? Oh my God, I'm not Superwoman. Can't do everything on my own. All right, that's our topic for today. Love to know your experience with effective communication and those really critical conversations that we have, and ways that you've learned. Share ways that you've learned to really deal with them in a positive way, so it's a win-win for everybody. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow.